Now guys, we may be in the depths of the bear market, but believe it or not, that isn't necessarily a bad thing. We need bear markets so that we can have bull markets further down the line. Nothing goes up forever and corrections in price are only natural. But for me, one of the best things about bear markets is that they give you the chance to devote more time to research and gaining knowledge. Let's face it, when a bull market is in full swing and prices are going crazy, it's not easy to concentrate on the fundamentals. Focus shifts to refreshing the charts every 4 seconds and trying to keep your FOMO at a manageable level. So, given that we have the luxury of time and a pretty much hype-free environment in which to operate, I thought I'd give you a few recommendations for useful resources that will help you grow your crypto knowledge and put yourself ahead of the pack for when things start kicking off again. Now, some of these you may be familiar with, but some may be new to you. And note, I'll leave links to all the ones I talk about in the description if you want to check them out for yourself. Now, first up, I'm one of those people who can't allow emails to stack up unread in my inbox, even if it's just another annoying reminder about my electricity bill or credit score. It has to get opened and either read or sent straight to the bin, which is why I am a big fan of crypto email newsletters. Now, there are a few that I'm subscribed to, and I read them religiously as they help keep me abreast of what's going on out there in crypto land. And as they aren't social media, they aren't designed to keep me mindlessly scrolling even after I've found what I'm actually after. So here are a few of my favorites. First up is The Milk Road, which was recommended to me by Taylor, one of our researchers here at Coin Bureau. Now, this is a daily-ish update, which breaks down the big crypto stories of the day, but does so in a wonderfully easy to digest way and with plenty of humor thrown in as well. As we all know, in crypto, if you can't laugh, then chances are you'll end up crying, which is why I always look forward to the milkman's latest missive hitting my inbox. As well as the top stories broken down and explained, The Milk Road also shares a daily Milky meme, worth subscribing for that alone, and links to other stories and articles elsewhere that may be of interest. So, highly recommended. Another newsletter I'm a big fan of is the DeFi Edge, which focuses, funnily enough, on the wonderful world of DeFi, but also covers crypto more broadly. Now, I first discovered Edgy on Twitter, where he often posts wise bit of work and life advice, but I've been signed up to his weekly-ish newsletter for a few months now. It has a similar shape to The Milk Road, but tends to dive a bit deeper, although you still get memes and useful tweets shared as well. Both Edgy and The Milkman are also fine writers too, which, as someone who used to teach writing, I appreciate a lot. Trust me, folks, if a person or company is putting out stuff that's poorly written, whether it's a newsletter, press release, white paper, or whatever, that is always a red flag in my book. Fortunately, these guys are pros at writing as well as crypto. And one final newsletter worth mentioning is TLDR Crypto, which again appears on an almost daily basis. Now, this is pretty no frills when compared with the previous two, as it gives you a, TLDR of the big stories of the day and then links to them if you want to go more in depth. Simple, but effective. You can get an overview of what's going on and read more if you have the time or the inclination. Dan, the chap behind it, is also great at selecting a good mix of stories, including ones you might not see on the big crypto news sites. So those are 3 crypto newsletters I couldn't do without. Links are below, and my own weekly email newsletter is linked below as well, because it would be remiss of me not to include a shameless plug while I'm at it, wouldn't it? Moving on from newsletters, another writer I'm a huge fan of is Arthur Hayes. Now, Arthur is a former banker and one of the co-founders of BitMEX. He got into hot water with the feds for violating the Bank Secrecy Act and last year was sentenced to 6 months home detention, 2 years probation, and he had to pay a $10 million fine too. Well, he spent much of that house arrest writing informative and entertaining essays about the crypto space, particularly as viewed through a macro lens. Now, these are collected on his Medium page and are well worth your time. Arthur has the knowledge, the experience, and the writing chops to make these a joy to read, though make sure you leave yourself enough time to finish them, as he does tend to warm to his theme a bit. He's also very funny into the bargain, which, as we all know, always helps. And then finally, some ideas for watching and listening. As you'll have seen, we've been covering a lot of macro-focused stuff on our main channel recently, as crypto is being affected more and more by events happening outside of the industry in the big bad world. So, two places to get excellent macro alpha from are Blockworks and Real Vision, both of which do videos on YouTube and podcasts. Both also cover crypto as well, of course, but it's their macro analysis that the team and I have been finding particularly useful in recent months. I personally prefer to listen to their various podcasts, as this lets me potter around doing other things at the same time, but their YouTube content is also great as well. Now, all of the above are resources I don't think I've talked that much about in the past, and some of them I've only discovered recently. There are obviously lots of other places I go to get crypto news, opinions, and insights, and I've covered them in previous videos, which I'll also link to in the usual spot. But it is now time to reveal this video's hidden agenda. Yes, that's right. I want to hear what you guys are reading, watching, and listening to. So, what great resources am I missing out on? Is there some small crypto YouTube channel out there doing great work that I need to know about? Is there another newsletter to add to the list? Please let me know in the comments below, because if there's one thing that I've learned over the last few years, it's that there's always more to learn. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.